Congressman Elijah Cummings of Maryland, who is the ranking member of the House Oversight Committee. Congressman, always a pleasure to have you on the Ed Show. Appreciate your time tonight.
It's good to be with you, Ed.
The numbers are here. The Target security breach affected up to 110 million customers. 40 million credit and debit card numbers exposed, along with the customer information of at least 70 million people. What is the appropriate role of your committee that is headed by Darrell Issa? What should happen?
We should be investigating Target right now. We should have the heads of that company come in and explain to us exactly how this significant breach happened, how we can prevent it from happening again. What are they doing to mitigate the damages that may be incurred by the folks who have their cards? Those are the kind of questions that the American people want us to ask. And again, you're absolutely right, Ed. When you've got 110 million people whose data may have been compromised, well, that's very serious.
That's 1 in 3 Americans by my math. But
that's exactly right.
You know, Darrell Issa, he's the king of congressional hearings. Where's the outrage? Why hasn't he weighed in on Target? And we can only speculate if 110 million people in this country had their information breached because of Obamacare or healthcare.gov, that we might be having a different conversation over on the right. But they are deafening on this issue. What do you make of it?
Well, keep in mind, Ed, we've now had in our committee 22 hearings about the Affordable Care Act and the data system. Now, you know, it's interesting that the folks who came in, witnesses that were called by Chairman Issa, all of them said that there had been no successful data breach of healthcare.gov. They made it very clear that it has been tested end to end, and there's no problems there. And they went on to say that actually healthcare.gov has gone beyond the best practices.
So
the
government's doing a little bit better job than the private sector when it comes to security.
In this instance, the government's doing way better.
Why are the Republicans quiet on this?
It's very simple, Ed. First of all, with regard to the hearing today, they want to continue to scare the American people from going online and getting the health care. But on the other hand, I don't know what the situation is and why they are not addressing Target, because, again, those are our constituents. That 110 million people who are now in a position where people can actually use that data and can make a purchase for anywhere in the world. So that's serious stuff. So
you think there should be a review of the standards on the line of security for all of these major chains?
We have to do
retail?
it. Yes, Ed, because it affects our constituents. We need to make sure we understand what happened here so that we can prevent it, but not just with regard to the private companies. We can use that information to make sure that government IT systems do not fail.
So you're really not clear on what happened with Target. I mean, there's been some corporate statements out and such stuff as that, but the devil in the detail has not been exposed that could be reviewed to get some consumer protection here.
That's exactly right. And we also need to know why there has been some delays in contacting people with regard to them being vulnerable with regard to Target. And because I'm hearing from constituents now that they're getting notices today and yesterday about breaches that probably occurred a month ago.
All right. Congressman Elijah Cummings, I appreciate your time tonight. Thank you, sir.
My pleasure, Ed.
You bet.